So, as we all know, the past couple of weeks, California has been dealing with a devastating wildfire. The death toll has now reached 79, and more than 1,300 has been misplaced. With that being said, our president, who's not the most sincerest people, just starts blaming everybody, saying it's been mismanagement by California. This whole ordeal, but I just think that's just like the most fucked up thing to say with the amount of lives that's been lost. Instead of just saying, "We're with you, we're with you, and we will actually give you more support." Instead of saying we're taking the money away, but instead talking about how mismanaged it's been by the Californians government. Like
you talk about that crap behind closed doors.
Like you mentioning that at the wrong time, bro.
Like if these are the way I'm looking at it. If these are his natural emotions, which sounds pretty angry, be angry behind closed doors. Start grilling these motherfuckers behind closed doors.
Yeah.
You don't say that shit to the public because that can be interpreted any type of way.
Morale gets low.
Imagine you getting rescued and you're at a safe house wherever they're at, and you just turn and they have the news on just to keep people updated, and you hear your president, your leader of the free world, saying this type of stuff, versus just saying you're in my prayers. We're going to do everything we can to help you. This is the first thing to come out your mouth?
Yeah. Hold up. This is exact words. There's no reason for these massive, deadly, costly forest fires in California except for that forest management is so poor. Billions of dollars are given each year. Why so many lives lost? All because of gross mismanagement of the forest. Remedy now. No more Fed payments. Like, that's not the type of stuff you should say.
Right.
Well, here's my thing. He did go visit yesterday, I think. He somewhat changed his tone.
Of course, because somebody on his team told him.
Yeah, he changed his tone, but talking about we will work together and stuff like that. This is devastating, seeing it in person. So who knows if once he saw it in person, like, it might affect him a little bit. But going back to what you're saying, that's the reason why the country and people in authority is how it is now. All they want to do is blame each other.
Yeah.
Nobody ain't taking. How about we get together and figure this stuff out?
Let's figure it out.
The Dems this, the GOP this. It's like, who cares?
Right.
Why don't you remedy the situation?
Mm-hmm.
And that's, like you said, that's not what these people want to hear. A lot of people have lost lives. There's 1,300 people missing. They also lost their livelihood too.
Yeah.
People lost houses. They don't know where to go. So for you to come out talking about that, that's not what you say. Man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's not what you say.
It's really immature, man. It's really shows that nobody has. I understand he is the commander in chief, but it goes to show you that nobody has power over what this man is saying, man. Or you know what I mean? Like, he has nobody holding him accountable to. You know what I'm saying?
Or the people who does it, like, they get fired.
Right? Yeah.
Some of the people got fired from his administration.
Right. But we root for you, California.
Oh, for sure.
And I haven't given my piece yet, but this is the thing. When you're a leader in any situation, any circumstance, and
you point blank,
tons of people you have under your leadership, and they're counting on you to keep their morale up, as Joe was saying, you have to take into consideration how powerful your words actually are. And not just in consideration of the victims or those that are unaccounted for, but the ones that are present who are family members of the people who may be killed off or missing or whatever. Because nobody wants a nagging leader. Like, with leader, you don't associate that with nagging whatsoever or blaming others. Like, because that's just a cop-out, really. And the thing is by him having that type of attitude, that can trigger emotions from people to cause them to become less composed than they would have been had it been words of empathy or just reassurance. Just saying, as was already previously said, that you're in our thoughts and our prayers, and we're doing whatever that we can to get to you. It's better than saying, to over exaggerate, like, oh my gosh, all of California is going to burn down. Like, if you had a leader who said something like that, and those who lived in California actually. Because there are people who actually like Trump and believe what he's saying, believe in him. That's why he's there. For him to say something like that, if that were the case, it would freak them out and it would cause them to do things like leave the state and do all of this other stuff, because the power of influence that you have as a leader, I think that oftentimes leaders don't even take that into consideration. That everything that I do from this point forward, everybody's watching because it's not just about me anymore. Everything that I do or say will affect the country in its entirety. And that's all I gotta say on that. It's like, man, if you want to wear them big shoes, bruh, you gotta keep in mind that every step you take, not every room you walk in between, it ain't like that. It's every single step that you take has to be carefully calculated, and it has to be done responsibly. Because if you don't, you're gonna cause some people to hurt themselves or hurt others or whatever the case may be. You can be the pivotal moment into where this country turns into in the next 6 years.
And my thing is too, is like, you see what's going on. You see how much life has been taken from this, or people just been misplaced. What makes you want to say, what's going to help the situation with you saying, oh, no more aid?
Exactly.
Like, what is that going to solve? Or
that's going to scare people, if anything.
That's definitely, going to scare. And then lose faith within you know, of you being the supposed leader or whatever. But moving on, you know, just our hearts and prayers with those in California. You know, we're going to have a moment of silence for them. All right, moving on. So with it being the midterms, I guess just right after Halloween, with this previous election, it seems that now the Dems control the House, but the Senate is still controlled by the Republicans. So it's
by a small margin.
Yeah, it's by a small margin,
but
it still shows that.
It just shows how. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, I was about
to say the same thing.
Yeah, how divided this country is still.
Exactly.
Like, we still are not all on the same page. And with them being so bipartisan, like, nobody's ever going to come to an agreement with passing laws, passing bills for everybody to get one accord. It's going to just be, people just going to stay fighting. Unless we could just all come agree. People just mind changes our way. Hey, we should work together for this, work together this, just to make America a more better place. Just to make us so we can represent what we say. We're supposed to be the best country, the leader of the free world, all this other stuff, the role model country, but we're definitely not looking like it right now. Not at all.
Agreed.
And I think the best example of anything is showing it, rather than just saying it. So.
Actions speak louder than words, not to sound cliche.
I agree 100% with you, man. Unfortunately, people can't agree to disagree. They can't agree on nothing right now.
Can't even agree to disagree.
Like, I don't even, and everything trying to be so PC, but it's really not, man. I mean, when I turn on the news, man, and I've had older people tell me they don't watch the news because it's nothing but negative stuff, and then it's nothing but these people going back and forth and not getting nothing accomplished. Like, we've put these people in office to accomplish some stuff, but they're in here just arguing. But at the end of the day, they're going to these nice houses. They have these perks, these benefits, but y'all can't get together to pass a simple bill. Y'all can't get together to figure out how we can make this stuff a little bit better, like a little bit. You know, what they're holding on to is the economy. The economy. It's other stuff that we got to worry about, man. I don't see nobody taking nothing serious, man.
It's sad that it gets like that.
And just to use the analogy, man, you know what I see when I look at all this, man? I literally see WWE on a real life scale, though. And that's how people vote, too. People look, I'm heel, I'm face. And the Dems see the Republicans as heel in their face, and then vice versa. And then people just in the middle like, oh, man, I guess I'm going to go with Trump, man. I have a more villainous side or something. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to go with whoever.
Whoever got more charismatic.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And that's how they live in. That's how people are voting. It's crazy.
Answer the question without going around left field.
Talking about somebody else.
You feel me?
Come on.
Answer the question and come up with a solution.
Right. What is your solution?
All right. So basically, like, America just need to come to one agreement so we could be a better country, a united country. So people could actually have faith with us if we were going to be so-called.
So our country can at least have faith in ourselves.
That's true too, because it's like, you know, America cool, but I ain't proud to represent America. For real.
I'll take my ass back to Africa.
Going on now. So what's this about Trump claims voter fraud? Is that a result of the House being mostly Democrats now?
You know what?
Or
I don't know. I think it had more to do with
the governor's race.
Yeah,
different
and the
governors,
stuff in
right?
Florida and Georgia and all that. Because he started saying this because those races that were so close and numbers start coming in, the Dems actually picked up a couple more victories, and then I think Florida would have won. They would have kind of swung the stuff, and Georgia the same way. So of course he came out and said that because I was like, oh man, the Dems might actually have won some of this stuff. Which actually, to me, is funny. It's like a backfire because you're actually saying voter fraud, but it could be seen as it was the other way.
Definitely. Like,
to benefit you.
I see
and
now why
then-
Trump supporters act the way they do because he act the same way. Something's not going your way. Oh, it's fraud.
No,
Are you blaming other
just
people?
to play devil advocate, I was reading about it before I came up here. In a nutshell, and don't quote me on any of this, but some of the stuff that I was reading and some of the stuff he was saying, like why it would be fraud. People are signed up on the ballots or allegedly haven't been alive in X amount of years.
like the guy that won in Vegas.
I guess.
He was a ex brothel owner, but he has been dead for a minute,
Right.
and he somehow won.
Right. So I guess he's
But
saying.
I kind of put that on voters.
Right.
How can you vote for somebody that's dead?
Right.
You kind of think
Yeah.
you would know.
But
That-
I don't know, and I don't agree with it. It's just funny. When stuff don't go your way, all of a sudden,
Hold on, so he
Sound like a
they
bunch
still
of children.
show that he voted.
huh?
He still show that he voted even though he's been dead.
No, I
No,
don't remember.
he won.
Oh, he won. Oh,
The dead guy won.
I don't
in
know
Vegas.
about his situation. The judge talking about. I'm just saying he was saying something about dead people are
on the ballot.
not on the ballot, but as far as a voter goes.
Oh, okay.
As far as a voter, like you have a list. The people that run the shows, the voting ballots or whatnot. They have a list of people
Right.
who are signed up to vote.
And then,
Some of
I
the-
say that's on them.
Right,
That's
some of
on
the
them.
people on the ballot might be deceased. Some of them might be
'Cause you need
illegal
ID.
immigrants. I don't really understand the illegal immigrants because if you're not a U.S. citizen, you can't vote.
vote. Right.
So I don't really understand that part so much. But you're right, that has nothing to do with the voters, though. That means you need to fix some shit at home. Instead of yelling out fraud, yell
Right.
out, we need to fix this shit.
Or like, cause you know where the dead people at, where they voted
If
for. at
that
what
is the
spot.
case.
If that is the case, like you could just be spewing bullshit right now. Whatever. Yeah, I remember that. I thought that was like a fake article about the dude who won the election. I'm like, this got to be a fake article. I ain't looking nothing into it, but that's fucking crazy. That's weird. That was in Nevada, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's where brothels are legal at. Yeah, that is crazy. I wonder how what they gonna do now. So the same person who's off and now just
I
stay
guess
the
you
same,
give it to
or
the
the next
person.
highest,
Right.
next highest person with the votes. Yeah, that's probably how it goes.
Right.
Okay, so state of Ohio, the House passed the Stand Your Ground law. Now it has to go to the Senate to actually become a law, but right now it just passed in the House. And
I'm pulling out the black privilege card.
you pulling out the black privilege.
I'm pulling out the black privilege card. Like, I'm automatically thinking about the worst case scenario.
And I am too. Like I
I
understand,
did
like
too, I'm not
Ohio's
gonna lie.
self-defense
Immediately.
laws, they're not as clear, and I
They're
guess
pretty
this,
shabby.
yeah, they're pretty bad, and this was made clear, but it's like I feel like it's going to give anybody a reason to shoot somebody who they just think
He was on my lawn. He
Yeah.
was on the sidewalk. I don't care. Bow.
right.
I fear for my life.
I felt threatened.
Right. But ain't nobody hearing us, though.
They're not. I hope the Senate just throw that away, and then they probably just be able to come up with something else.
Right? Can they
write
come
it
up with
better?
some better laws? Right.
Write it better?
Write it better.
Like what y'all did with the first making weed, medical weed legal. Like y'all said no at first, but y'all wrote the law better. People agreed on it. That's how it was. Like it's everybody's devices about it here on the podcast. It could go either way. Like you at the same time you want to protect your family, keep your family safe without any consequences. But at the other time it's like this shit
This
can
is
happen to
America.
me. Right. This can happen to me. I get shot in return too.
Right.
Mario, how you feel about it?
Hey, people need to stop. I don't feel safe. It don't feel like a good idea. I feel like we're setting ourselves up for even more situations where you watching the news and the story goes, oh, random black man gets shot at 7-Eleven over bumping into some white guy. You just
Right.
bump into him trying to grab a Arizona or something like that, and then he just haul off. And
White guy feels threatened.
he has a revolver in his pocket with no concealed carry. He shoots him, but he still gets off with it because he claims stand your ground. Like I just feel like it's gonna be. I have to tread even more careful because I'm already on ends with these guys, like with certain demographic. It ain't all white people. Some white people is cool. You know what I'm saying? It's always bad apples in the bunch. It's just that now more of those bad apples are showing themselves, especially now at this period of time, and it's just they see now through the news stories, and because it's so accessible, and we seeing it happen all over the country, we see that people are able to shoot someone and get off with little to no consequence. You can go into a church, shoot up a whole church, and get treated to Burger King. You can go to Kroger's, kill 2 people, get held in custody.
You could stop a mass shooting and still get shot by police.
Yeah. On the flip side,
let's go into our next topic with Jamil Roberson. Guy was a bouncer at a club. Apparently, there was about to be a active shooter situation at the club. He shot the dude. Police came up to the scene, shot him. And that just shows, like, okay, you can bring in these people who are actually active shooters, bring them in alive, but somebody who stopped and saved them, who's protecting lives, you shoot them. And it just goes to show that certain demographic of people, not everybody, just feel threatened by us, or just like just to look at us and just think some type of way, like we just got to be bad. We're up to no good. I mean, that's just how it is.
Even when we right, we wrong.
You're right. Even when we right, it's wrong. That's how this is not how it is, but just how they look at us.
I can't.
That the story is so.
I just stopped
sad.
I just stopped this situation from getting out of hand. Man, and I'm no longer here.
And I'm still getting shot like a dog in the
You
street.
feel me? Not even from the people that I tried to stop. The people that were supposed to protect and serve.
And I'm got the feeling if this was a guy of a different color, he would have got like the key to the city. Got so much recognition. I honestly feel that way. Like, oh, he's a hero. He's this, he's that. He'd still be alive. But this guy is shot dead. Let me probably stop for a second so John can say his piece about this.
yeah, I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? This. How many stories have you heard of a white officer just killing a white dude? And under what circumstances?
Never.
Because it has to be extreme circumstances. Like the only time I've actually seen, probably in the last 6 years, a white cop kill a white person was because a white dude had an AK, and after he warned him the 8th, 9th, 10th time, after the dude was literally already shooting at him and he's told him to stop, then he opened fire. I mean, but you got a dude that's swerving on the road, hops out, when you pull him over, signal him over, he comes out with an AK, doop, you open the door, you hiding behind cover, and you're still saying stop? You're not even shooting yet. He's shooting at you. You're about to die.
You talking about the guy that he gave a brisket to?
No.
Okay, different.
No, this is a whole
nother situation.
This is what I'm saying. This is the last time I've heard a situation where a white cop killed a white guy.
Right.
And how it's extreme, how far the extremes are for him to say, I'm going to pull the trigger. Yeah, he's literally getting shot at by this guy. And he still ain't thinking about shooting him. He's
the whole
saying stop.
perception of the black community is just...
And then that just happened
crazy.
like what happened with the last active shooter in Pittsburgh. He shot a few of the other cops. They actually got shot, and they still took him in alive.
Yeah, we get into a fisticuff fight with a cop, more than likely, and we signed our death certificate.
I got a cell phone in my hand.
Right. I was just about to say.
He shoots me.
Pull out a cell phone, it's a wrap.
Yeah. It's over with, man.
But, hey, man.
Hey, so, John, how you feel about this Jamil Roberson situation, man?
Man, you know how I feel. I mean, and if anybody ever listened to this show, they probably know how I feel, man. Like, I've been in these situations, thank God I'm still alive, but, yeah, man, I mean, I just feel bad for him and his family. He was doing his job, trying to be a hero, man. Helped out the situation, but it's almost like a sacrifice for what? You know what I mean?
And it wasn't even like an intentional sacrifice.
It wasn't, but then again, it's a sacrifice for what reason now? Because what is it going to change, man? All I can say is my thoughts and prayers are with him and his family.
Most definitely.
And man, it's just another example of this is America, man.
Let's have another moment of silence for him, this fallen hero.
He said it again.
Let's have another moment of silence for this fallen hero. All right. On the entertainment.